An East Tennessee veteran learned his father's military service amounted to more than he ever knew. A thankful son on this Thanksgiving. This photo captures the moment a proud son accepts one of the highest honors in the nation on behalf of his veteran father. What do you think it would mean to him?
Oh my God. It would tell him you were right for what you did. You wanted to serve a country that barely even wants you in it, but you were doing this for not just your people, but for everyone in this country.
James Cook Sr. served with the Montford Point Marines, the first black troops to enlist in the last military branch to integrate. In World War II, they faced combat in the Pacific and racism back home.
He worked in electronics, and I think he was a radar operator, but he never talked about it.
Growing up, this son learned discipline, respect, and a love of music from his piano-playing military dad.
I used to love to sit and listen to him play Gershwin's Rhapsody in Blue. And I mean, it was just beautiful. He was stern. He was very stern, but he was gentle. He raised us like we were military. We had cooking classes. We had sewing classes, we had how to make your bed classes, you name it, we had it. He led the way for me and my brothers. He was the one we wanted to be like, he was the example.
And James Cook followed his trailblazing father into service, joining the Army during the war in Vietnam.
I'm getting ready to board the plane, and he comes up to me and he puts his hands on my shoulder and he gives me a hug. And he looks me dead in the eyes and he said, "Boy, if you die, I'll kill you."
He faced discrimination in the service.
Yeah.
You tasted it, you felt it, you saw it, you described it. But can you imagine what he endured as a Montford Point Marine?
I mean, for them to have to build their own barracks out of cardboard in the back of Parris Island, I'm like, what the hell?
Decades after the death of his father, the nation recognized the senior Cook and almost 20,000 fellow Montford Point Marines, awarding the unit one of the country's highest honors, the Congressional Gold Medal.
We do remember each and every one of them. They're in our hearts and minds, and they shall never be forgotten.
That was in 2012, but it wasn't until 2022 that James Cook learned his dad was due that honor. And at a small ceremony,
in recognition of selfless service and sacrifice, the United States Marine Corps proudly honors the legacy of the Montford Point Marines.
The Marines made good on a promise on behalf of a grateful nation to a thankful son.
And I just get so upset because he's not here to get it himself, but he's looking down on me saying, you did a great job. Keep going, keep going.
You can learn more about the influence his own military service had on the life of James Cook Jr. right now at WBIR.com.